Good evening. My name is Joy Boatwright, and I'm the MC for the evening. It has been my honor and privilege to be the MC for the Korean American Bar Association of Northern California's annual dinner gala for the past 3 years. But like when Billy Crystal now hosts the Academy Awards, he too has to step it up a bit and mix it up a little notch. So I was kind of out of lawyer jokes and kind of out of personal stories about Korean American attorneys. So I thought this might break the ice a little bit. And I think, did I do a good job? But I really wanted to do it to highlight how enormous and viral Korea, K-pop, and Korean culture has become. I am not an attorney. Instead, I'm a financial advisor who works with many attorneys and many Korean Americans. And I'm extremely involved in the Korean American community. Does anyone in this room not know who Psy is on this video? Oppa Gangnam Style? If so, you are not one of the 55 to 60 million people who've checked this hilarious, flamboyant K-pop clip on YouTube. K-pop is one of South Korea's export success stories. As Korean Americans, since the last gala, we actually have a lot of success stories this past year. One, does anyone know what the Kyopo Project is, or CJO? Okay, so CJO's Kyopo Project, highlighting the Korean diaspora and Koreans living outside of Korea, is currently on exhibit at the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. through October. It's amazing. Choi Jung-hwa, who has this piece, this kinetic sculpture called The Breathing Flower. It is the highlight exhibit of the first contemporary exhibit of the Asian Art Museum of San Francisco, and it is in front of City Hall in the Asian Art Museum right now. It's beautiful red lotus. Asiatics, has anyone heard of them? The Asian American R&B and pop group, Korean American R&B and pop group, produced by Jae Chung, formerly of Solid. If any of you were around in the 90s, you know who that is. And their latest album, Awakening, hit #1 in both the US and Japan's iTunes charts. How about Jane Kim, former president of the San Francisco Board of Education and civil rights attorney, becoming the first Korean American supervisor in San Francisco, District 6, and Dr. Debbie Yee, emergency room chief resident of New York Presbyterian, Cornell and Columbia's Hospital in New York, is on a hit ABC docudrama called New York Med. I think that's why I love coming to this event. You never know who you'll meet and who's going to be the next star or role model for Koreans, Korean Americans, and Americans in general. So thank you for having me, the non-attorney MC, again this year. And speaking of stars and role models, I would like to introduce Sophie Regenball, the president of the Korean American Bar Association of Northern California.